Good evening, everybody. This is Technical Indicator coming back at you with EIGH. Broke this video chart down the other day, and I'm going to stay on this one. EIGH 8000 Incorporated trades on the pink sheets. As you know, I hang out at iHub and the stockmarketwatch.com. I suggest you sign up for both of those sites today. Great sources of small and large cap information. EIGH. Let's start off with a disclosure. I have not been paid to produce this video chart. I do not hold a position in this stock, nor am I an investment advisor. Just dropping technicals based on 10 years of charting small cap stocks. As you know, I formerly worked over at the Stock Hideout for Blue Wave Advisors, but no longer with those guys, and I'm out on my own. So let's take a look and let's see if EIGH has the legs to form another flagpole. If we go back to April, we can see declining volume here. And we also have a downtrend where it made lower highs. You can see a resistance area that was broken and a sharp, steady incline. If we draw that resistance area over, that becomes support. You put your flagpole up, draw a trend line down, draw a trend line up. We have a pennant continuation pattern forming. Now, of course, there are a couple slopes in here that I'm not taking into consideration. I'd like to look at the macro version of the chart. It went from around 6 to 44 cents. That run was solid and made people a lot of money. What everybody wants to know now is, will it hold this pattern and continue? That's my hope, especially for the people who are in the stock. So what are we talking about? Well, we have a pennant continuation, and what that means is we have a trend line going down where we're making a symmetrical triangle, if you will, and a trend line going up. I said the other day that I thought it was imperative for this stock to hold around 30 cents, and it did that. The trend line is getting more accurate here, and what we'd like to see is an increase in volume at some point, and then the flagpole would go up from here. This flagpole had a move of around 38 points. Am I suggesting that the next flagpole will be 38 points? Absolutely not. However, if it was, that would be fantastic. It's something that we're definitely looking for. Even if you broke this flagpole into thirds and said 12, 12, and 12, which would be 36 points, a move of 12 would be excellent. How do we know when it's going to make that move? Well, what you're watching is this top trend line. When it breaks this top trend line, or more importantly, in my opinion, when it breaks around 42 to 44. When it breaks that area, I would say that the pattern could continue. As we all know, for a bullish pennant or flag to continue, what we're looking for is a break above that resistance to signal, the previous advance resuming. So that's what you're going to watch for. Of course, this is positive right here. For anybody who's worried, this is positive. It's a penny stock, though. Watch your position closely. They can always drop quickly. It is on the pink sheets. But there are a lot of positive traders behind this stock, and message board support is strong. A lot of people are holding on to their shares. You can see that because the sellers aren't large. This is very abnormal after such a big move. The sellers are fading, and now what we're looking for is some more positive news, and there's a lot of things anticipated with the stock moving forward that you'll want to check out on the fundamentals. I don't get into that, but I would encourage you to get into that if you're talking about holding a position in this equity. The other day I talked about the relative strength index. It's a 14-day, and you can see it was overbought here. The stock has since pulled back, and that's a positive sign. You can see all throughout this uptrend, it really didn't get overbought until the middle or beginning of September here. And then it held that as it shot up, but it's natural for it to pull back. And now this is a healthy level here at 63. The other day it was around 69, I think. So keep that in mind. The Williams percent R is no longer overbought. It's flirting with that 20 line, but as this volume declines, as long as the sellers don't take control, then the stock should continue to move sideways, awaiting another move up or down. I think it's a positive outlook. Keep EIGH on your radar. Again, check us out on iHub and the stockmarketwatch.com. Both great websites for small cap and large cap information. Have a great evening, everybody. I will be back on EIGH tomorrow or the day after, which would be Monday. Talk to you soon.